Hey parents, I'm Pastor Michael and this is FC in a Minute. Last week we continued our series in the book of Daniel where we looked at chapter 2 where we see that Daniel was able to interpret King Nebuchadnezzar's dream and help him understand in a way that brought glory to God. In this pressure-packed situation where Daniel was faced with life and death, he was able not only to be faithful to God and His Word, but also to glorify Him in everything that he did. Tonight we continued that series into chapter 3 where we hear this familiar story where King Nebuchadnezzar builds this giant statue and forces everyone to bow down and worship it. Daniel's 3 friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, decide that they're not going to worship the statue. Instead, they're going to worship Yahweh, God alone. Because of their decision to be disobedient to the king, they were sentenced to death. They were going to be thrown into a fiery furnace. As the king and all the other helpers of the king look on into the fiery furnace, they notice that the 3 men that they had thrown into the furnace were not dying or perishing, but instead there was a 4th person with them, and they had been unbound and they were free. God rescued them and made His name great. Here are a couple of questions you can discuss on the way home. Do you think that you would have refused to worship the statue? Why or why not? Someone once said that it is easier to die for your faith than to live for it. What is one way that you can live for Jesus this week? This has been FC in a Minute. You can catch the full message later this week on YouTube. In the meantime, go and make much of Jesus.